Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to Chicago Chi-Feds Baseball. Join the crowd and enjoy the action. You're on 66 WAPBA. Today we're wired here from Brooklyn, where the hometown Tip-Tops will host on their own turf game number 1 of 4 here in Brooklyn. The Tip-Tops come into this game in third place. They're 2.5 games back with 4 straight wins. In the league, they're fourth in batting at .257. Number 2 in home runs with 5. Third in runs scored. Fourth in slugging. Third in stolen bases with 7. Fourth in ERA at 3.84. The Tip-Tops take the field here in the first. Get your scorecard. Manager Mack sends out his squad this way. Myers at first base. Hoffman at second. Gagnier, the shortstop. Westerzill at third. The outfield consists of Cooper in left field, Evans in center field, and Shaw over in right. Land is behind the plate and on the mound for Brooklyn. The right-hand throwing Marion. This is Marion's second start of the season. His record 0-1. On his last outing, he lost. Dan has worked 9 1/3. His ERA a hefty 8.68. He will be facing Chi-Feds starter left-hander Watson. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Quickland will lead it off. He's contributing with the bat now at 3:14. Al has homered twice with 12 ribbies. Land sets up. The delivery from Marion. Grounded to short. Gagnier charges. Takes it on the short hop. Throws quickly. Out at first. 1 away. Now coming up, Black. To date, batting .424. 1 homer. 5 ribbies. He's walked 3 times in his 37 trips. He's been rattling the walls. Now hit safely in 8 consecutive games. Marion focuses in on the target. The pitch from Marion. Swung on and lined. Base hit into center. Evans picks it up and keeps Black at first. So he's on with a single. That extends the streak. He's hit in 9 straight games. Next up, Chicago hitter Drilling. Putting on a fine display so far. Batting .405. Dutch has 1 homer on the season, 9 RBIs. Flack is jockeying for a big lead off first. Marion gets set to pitch. First baseman Myers right on the bag. He brings it home. It misses. Ball 4, and Drilling will get the base. And there's a runner in scoring position. 1 gone, first inning, 2 on. Wilson's up. He's hitting .346. Hart has driven home 3 runs for the season. Marion sets up on the rubber again. Checks Black at second. The runners take their lead. He delivers, lifted high to right. Shaw chasing it down and takes it in. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. Two on, first and second. 2 away, the top of the first inning. Beck steps up to face Marion. He swings from the left side. So far at the plate, hitting .257, 1 homer, 8 ribbies. He's walked 3 times in his 39 trips. Marion put on the rubber. Catcher Land sets his target. The pitch. Can't find the strike zone. That's ball 4. And Beck coaxes a walk. And the sacks will be jammed. Marion is doing some grooming out there. Farrell up. The Chi-Feds have 2 outs. Bases jammed. His average at 97. Jack has driven home 3 runs for the season. His bat has been cold, hitless in his last 5 games, so he holds the futility record of the season. Marion put on the rubber. The runners take their lead. The pitch to Farrell. Swing and a miss. Hang up a K for Marion. 3 down. And he leaves the bases loaded. And they get out of it with a big strikeout. For the Chi-Feds, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. They leave 3. And they fail to capitalize on the bases full situation. Chi-Feds, nothing. Tip-Tops coming up. For the Chi-Feds, overall they now stand at 7-2. On the league leaderboards, they're number 2 in batting average at 300. On top in homers with 6. Second best in runs. Second best in slugging. Leading in steals with 13. Second in on-base percentage. Tied for first in ERA at 2.09. The Chi-Feds take the field here in the first. Let's see. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Chi-Feds. Beck at first base. Farrell at second. Stanley the shortstop. Fritz at third. The outfield consists of Drilling in left field, Wickland in center field, and Black over and right. Wilson is behind the plate and warming up in the pen now for Chicago. The southpawing Watson. This is Watson's 3rd start of the season. His record 2-0. He's coming off 2 wins. Pitching brilliant now with 18 consecutive innings without giving up a run. Doc has worked 18 innings. His ERA a sublime 0. Myers will get it started for the Tip-Tops. He hits from the right. His numbers could use some fattening up. Batting 167. Watson looking in. He cranks and fires. Long fly to center. Wickland. He's going. He reaches out. He makes a catch. 1 away. Now coming to bat for the Tip-Tops, Shaw. A good time to break out right here. He's around that Mendoza line, batting 200. When the Tip-Tops need a base runner, Shaw is the guy they want up there. Shaw steps up to the plate. Watson ready. Here's a pitch. Off-speed pitch, misses. Shaw draws a walk. Evans getting ready to go. So far, he's hitting .250. 2 home runs, and he's driven in 6. He's walked 4 times, and he's 39 trips. Shaw pawing the ground at first. Wilson set. Big hole on the right side. Shaw takes a good lead. Here comes the pitch. Base hit center field. Wickland takes it on the long bounce. Shaw is around second. They're waving him on, and he gets over to third as the throw comes in. And Evans is on with a single. One away. First inning, 2 on. The bottom of the first inning. Hoffman comes out to face Watson. Bats right. To date offensively, his average at .265. He's walked 5 times and he's 39 trips. Good bat control. Hoffman in the box. Watson sets up on the rubber again. Watson prepared to work. Chi-Feds playing for the double play. Now the delivery. Grounded deep into the hole. Stanley is over. He dives for it, and he's got it. But he holds the wall. He doesn't have a play. Shaw scores, and Evans moves to second. So Hoffman with a ribby single, and the Tip-Tops go ahead by a run, 1-0 here in the first. That gives Hoffman 2 RBI on the season. 2 on, the bottom of the first inning. Cooper, the hit. Batting .265. Watson put on the rubber, works the ball in his glove. Watson poised. He lets it go. high and tight. The ump says ball 4. And Claude will get down to first. And the bases are loaded. One out, first inning. The table is set. Westazil walks up. He's been struggling so far, batting .162. Tex has driven home 4 runs for the season. He stands in. Watson climbs the mound, works the ball in his glove. Pitcher Watson eyeing Westazil. Now he's ready. Infielder's in. He lets it go. Check swing. They check with the first base ump. He rings him up. 2 down. And he leaves the bases loaded. A big strikeout with the bases loaded. 2 gone, first inning. Bases loaded. Next up, Land. To date, hitting at .394. He has 3 RBIs. He has not walked once. Watson climbs the mound. Lefty against righty. Wilson sets up. The runners take their lead. Watson brings it to the plate. Grounded toward first. Beck to his right. Takes it up. He flips to Watson, covering to retire the side. That'll do it for Brooklyn. A run on 2. Hits. 3 left. They move in front. Chi-Feds down 1-0. Bottom of the lineup, Fritz, Stanley, and Watson coming up. Fritz to lead it off. An unlikely hero. This is his second game. So far, nothing in 3 trips. Fritz gets in there. Marion ready. The pitch. He popped him up. Gagnier drifting back. He's calling for it. And he's got it. 1 away. Now at bat, Stanley. He has a good eye. He'd be better with 2. This is his 3rd game so far at the plate. 0 for 4. Marion gets set to pitch. The delivery. Off-balance swing. Missed. Strike 3. 2 away. Watson up to bat. 2 away. Base is empty for Chicago. Offensively this season, Watson has managed 2 hits in 6 at-bats and walked once. Watson steadies his bat. Right-hander Marion ready. The pitch comes in. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. Side retired. Marion sets them down in order. The score still stands 1-0. Tip-tops as we head for the bottom of the 2nd inning. For Brooklyn here in the 2nd. Gagnier, Marion, and Myers. Gagnier leading it off. So far this season, his average at .276. He has 3 RBIs. He has walked once. Everything's been clicking for Ed. He's collected a hit in 5 straight games. Gagnier relaxes himself at the plate. Watson looking home. Watson winds up. Squibber in front of the plate. Wilson grabs it. Fires to first. And Gagnier is retired. 1 away. Next up, Brooklyn hitter Marion. On the season, nothing in 2 trips. Dan waits. Wilson sets up. The pitch. Belted to right near the foul pole. And it's foul. Strike 1. Marion back in the box. Watson looking in. The pitch. Whistle to right, in there for a hit. Flack is over quickly, bobbles the ball momentarily, but Marion isn't buying it. He sticks to first with a single. And that's his first hit this season. Here comes Myers to take his cuts. Marion, at first not known for his speed. Myers takes his stance. Watson set. Way outside. Myers draws a base on balls, and Marion moves at a scoring position. And that's already the third walk issued by Watson. Now Shaw to face Watson, left side batter. Marion on second, Myers on first, one down. Watson is on the slab, checks the runners. Watson cranks it up. On the ground to deep short. Stanley can't get there. It's through for a base hit. Drilling, running in. Still coming. Marion is around third. Myers is around second. They're waving Marion in. Marion scores. They're holding Myers at second as the throw comes into second. So Shaw with a ribby single and the tip-tops now lead 2-0. One away. Runners at first and second. The bottom of the second inning. Evans up. Among the league leaders, he's tied for second in homers with 2. Evans relaxes himself at the plate. Watson focuses in on the target. The pitch. Chopping ground ball up the middle. Stanley is over. Could be 2. Flips to Farrell at second. Over to first. Not in time. Myers moves to third. Now Hoffman to face Watson. Bats right. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Solly has driven home 2 runs for the season. In the box now. Catcher ready. Watson glances over his shoulder at third. The pitch. Wide by a hair. Free ticket to first from Hoffman. That will load him up. Cooper up to hit. The tip-tops have 2 away. Bases jammed. Myers, Evans, Hoffman around the diamond. Claude has driven home 5 runs for the season. Watson sets up on the rubber again. The runners take their lead. Watson comes to him. Cooper hits a comebacker. Watson gloves it. Throws to first. Tip-tops. Gone. That'll do it for Brooklyn. A run on 2 hits. There were no errors. 3 left. They add a little padding, but the Tip-Tops lose a great opportunity. The score now stands 2-0. Tip-Tops as we head for the top of the third inning. We're at the head of the order for the Chi-Feds. Marion will face Quicklin, Flack, and Drilling. Quicklin leading off the third. Now Marion ready. Marion delivers. Hit in the air to left field. Cooper backpedals. Plenty of room. And he covers it. 1 down. Here comes Flack to take his cuts. He stands in. Catcher ready. The pitch to Flack. Flack dribbles it toward third. Westersill will have to hurry. The snap throw to first. In time to retire Flack. And that's out number 2. Here's left-handed Drilling to take his swings. Pitcher Marion eyeing Drilling. Now he's ready. Marion winds up. Misses a strike zone. Drilling dabbles to first, and that's already the third walk issued by Marion. Now coming to bat for the Chi-Feds, Wilson. Marion set. The pitch. Big swing, but he got under it. Center fielder Evans drifts back. This should do it. He squeezes it for the third out. For the Chi-Feds, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave one. The score still 2-0. Tip-Tops leading. The Tip-Tops will have Westerzill, Land, and Gagnier here in the third. Westerzill to lead it off for the Tip-Tops. He's a right-handed batter. In the league, he's unfortunately worst in the league in Ks. In this game, one strikeout. Westerzill stands in. Wilson ready to receive. Watson delivers. Swung on, popped foul behind first. Farrell's racing over. Waves off Beck. And he gloves it. One down. Land gets set to face Watson. He entered this game ninth. In batting, his average now at .382. Land steadies his bat. Watson is ready to fire it in. Watson brings it home. Breaking ball bounced up the middle. Farrell is there. Spins, fires to first in time for the out. 2 away. Here's Gagnier. Now Watson ready. Now he comes home with it. High fly ball to center. Wickland drifts back. He's at the warning track. Taps the glove and brings it down. Side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and at the end of 3. Chi-Feds behind the Tip-Tops, 2-0. Beck, Farrell, and Fritz to bat next. Beck will lead off the 4th. Now Marion, ready. He lets it go. Fastball, it's a number to the left of the mound. Gagnier charges. Picks up the ball barehanded. And drops it. He fielded it cleanly but couldn't hang on. That should be an error on Gagnier. And it is E6. Farrell walking up the bat. Farrell gets in there. Catcher Land sets his target. First baseman Myers is on the bag. Marion rocks and fires. Breaking ball. Ball 4, and Farrell trots down to first. And there's a runner in scoring position. Here's a guy struggling, and you walk him? Not what manager Mack wants to see. 2 on. Fritz will bat next for Chicago. Marion looking in at the target. Marion deals. Fritz squares. It's a beautiful bunt. Westerzill barehands it and throws to first. High throw, but he tags him out. And it's a sacrifice for Fritz. Okay, here's Stanley. 1 gone. Runners at second and third. Rarely shows power. Stanley stands in. Marion sets up on the rubber again. Infield deep. He wheels and deals. It's a long fly ball to center field. Evans drifts back. Now he's racing back. He misjudged it. Hits over his head. Both runners score. Stanley races to second. Evans is up with it. He bobbles it. Stanley starts for third. He'll make it. As the ball is fired back in. Score that a double for Stanley. Evans picks up an error. 2 errors now for Brooklyn. So the double scores 2. They're now even at 2-2. For Stanley, his first double of the season. And that's his first hit this season. The Chi-Feds have 1 gone. Runner third. The top of the 4th inning. Next up, pitcher Watson. Marion on the rubber. They're playing him in. Stanley takes his lead at third. Marion comes home. Lined. And caught back. Marion. 2 away. Stanley holds safely. 2 outs. 4th inning. 1 on. Wickland advancing to the bat. Right-hander Marion. Ready. Stanley takes his lead at third. The pitch. Line drive, base hit. Stanley trots in with a run. Shy Feds have the lead. Left fielder Cooper handles it cleanly and plays it to second. So Wickland with a ribby single, and the Shy Feds break the tie and now lead 3-2. 4th inning. That gives Wickland 13 RBI on the season. For Chicago, 2 outs, 1 on. Flack now walks out to bat. He bats left-handed. Right-hander Marion, ready. First baseman Myers is on the bag. Wickland with a substantial lead. Marion fires it in, high and inside. And Wickland takes off. Land guns it down. The slide. The sweep tag. Gagnier tags him out. Side retired. For the Shy Feds, 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors for the Tip Tops. They leave none. Chicago goes out in front. The score now stands 3-2. Shy Feds as we head for the bottom of the 4th inning. For Brooklyn, here in the 4th, Marion, Myers, and Shaw. Marion to lead it off for the Tip Tops. Marion steps up to the plate. Watson focuses in on the target. Watson brings it home. Right down the middle. Strike 3. 1 down. Myers is stepping up to hit against Watson. He's a right-handed batter. He stands in. Left-hander Watson ready. Watson to the wind. Breaking ball, cut on. And missed. Myers goes down swinging. 2 away. Two down. Next to bat for Brooklyn is a left-hand hitting Shaw. Shaw steadies his bat. Catcher ready. Watson to the wind. Swung on. A squibber in front of the plate. Watson is in. Picks it up. Spins. Fires to first. In time. So the Tip Tops are retired in order. Shy Feds up 3-2. And here comes the artillery for Chicago. Flack, Drilling, and Wilson. Flack leading it off. He's hitting .429. Flack waiting for Marion. Marion poised. Marion with the pitch. Routine grounder to second. He's up with it. He flips to Myers, and they get him. 1 away. Drilling, bat in hand. Carrying a .405 average. Marion looking in at the target. And the pitch comes in. Drilling bounces one toward short. Grabbed on 2 hops by Gagnier. Makes the throw. And Drilling is out at first. And that's out number 2. Wilson coming up. Wilson 0 for 2. Marion prepares to come home. He cranks and fires. Down and in, and just out of the strike zone. Marion thought it was in there, but Wilson draws a walk. That's a tough pitch to take for Marion, his 5th walk. Here comes Beck to take his cuts. Beck walked and made out once, and he scored once. Beck steps up to the plate. Land crouched down now. First baseman Myers ready for a throw from Marion. Here's the pitch just inside. And Wilson is stealing. Land turns it around fast. Out at second. And they just sold the insurance policy. And the aggressive base running does not pay off. And that's the Chi-Feds. Second time caught stealing. Side retired. For the Chi-Feds, 0-0-0. So the Chi-Feds maintain their thin lead. We've played 4.5. Tip-Tops down 3-2. Chicago will now face the heart of the Tip-Tops lineup, Evans, Hoffman, and Cooper coming up. Evans will get it started for the Tip-Tops. The slugger stands in. Watson prepares to come home. The delivery from Watson. Fly ball left field. He didn't get all of it. Drilling is over, and he brings it down. And there's one away. One out, fifth inning. Hoffman to hit for the Tip-Tops. That's right. Hoffman has patience. Wilson crouched down now. The pitch. Lined hard to left. Drilling had him played perfectly, and he gloves it. He scarcely had to move. 2 down. Cooper is now up. Claude walked once. He's 0 for 1. Not a home run threat. He stands in. Watson looking home. The offering from Watson. The heater, it's in there. 3 down. For the Tip-Tops, 3 up, 3 down. The score still stands 3-2. Tip-Tops down as we head for the top of the 6th inning. The Chi-Feds will have Beck, Farrell, and Fritz here in the 6th. Beck to lead it off for the Chi-Feds, hitting from the left side. His average at 250. Right-hander Marion ready. The delivery. Beck strokes it sharply toward short. Gagnier into the hole. Plants himself for the long throw. Guns it hard to Myers. Got him for the first out. Now coming up, Farrell. Hitting 94. Catcher ready. He brings it home. Scorched back through the box. It caroms off his leg. Gagnier charges over. Bang, bang. Play at first. Farrell is out. Marion shakes it off. He'll be all right. 2 gone. Now at bat, Fritz. At the plate today, he's 0 for 1. And he gave himself up once. He stands in. Marion prepares to come home. The pitch. Fastball. It's a nubber to the left of the mound. Gagnier charges. Picks up the ball barehanded. Then he gets him. 3 down. For the Chi-Feds, 3 up, 3 down. The score still stands 3-2. Chi-Feds as we head for the bottom of the 6th inning. For Brooklyn, it'll be Westerzill, Land, and Gagnier. Here's Westerzill to start it off. He bats right. Watson poised. The pitch. Wide of the mark, and Westerzill walks. Here's a guy struggling, and you walk him? Not what manager McGraw wants to see. And that's the 5th walk issued by Watson. That was Westerzill's first walk of the season. For Brooklyn, no outs. Westerzill down at first. Down by 1. Land gets set to face Watson. Grover is 0 for 2. Real speed at first with Westerzill on. He's a tying run. Watson put on the rubber. Watson poised. A little glistening on his upper lip. Space on the right. Westersill leading off. And the pitch. Land squares. Body toward first. Beck gloves it. Turns. And throws wildly past first. Flack's got a long way to go. Westersill is streaking. He's headed for third. They're waving him home. He's coming down the line. He'll score. Tie game. That was a hustle run. Beck hurried his throw. Flack was a little slow getting over, and Westersill never looked back. And Land ends up at second. Beck is charged with an error. Here come the Tip-Tops. They get back the run and even the score. For Brooklyn, runner on second, nobody out. Brooklyn now sends Gagnier to bat. Gagnier is hitless in 2 at-bats. Land, a few steps off second, played him, and the Tip-Tops go up. Watson climbs the mound, checks Land at second. Watson delivers. Gagnier squares. It's bunted to the first base side. Beck picks it up. Looks at third and goes to Farrell, covering first for the easy out. And it's a sacrifice for Gagnier. Land moves to third. The go-ahead run is now on third. Well, runner third, 1 away. We have Marion to bat for the Tip-Tops. He has a single already. Land at third. Marion can break this deadlock. Marion takes his place in the box. He has a hit in 2 trips here. Watson sets up on the rubber again. They're playing him in. Land steps off third. The pitch. Popped a mile high. Farrell drifts over behind Beck. Beck backs into him and makes the catch. All right, the Tip-Tops have 2 outs, 1 on at third, the bottom of the 6th inning. Right-handed batter Myers steps up to face Watson. He's their leadoff hitter. His average at 158. Watson put on the rubber, works the ball in his glove. Wilson crouched down now. Land off third. And the pitch comes in, slashed into the hole. Farrell to his left. He has it. 2 outs. He flips to first. And they get him. That's the 3rd out. For the Tip-Tops, a run on no hits. 1 miscue for the Chi-Feds. 1 left. They have tied this game. Score knotted at 3. Stanley, Watson, and Wickland to bat next. Stanley to lead it off. Stanley has a hit in 2 at-bats. Knocked in 2. And he scored a run. Right-hander Marion ready. Marion brings it to the plate. Swung on, a blast to center. Evans runs straight back, turns and reaches, and takes it in, and there's 1 away. Well, 1 gone. Next up, pitcher Watson. Marion looking home. To the plate. Just over the knees, the plate up, thumbs him out, 2 away. Two outs, nobody on for Chicago. We have Wickland to bat for the Chi-Feds. Now hitting at .316. Wickland has been up 3 times with 1 hit. He's driven in a run. Al waits. Marion will go to work on him. Marion kicks and deals. 1 hopper to second, over to first. 3 away. Marion sets them down in order. Scored 3 all at the end of 6 1/2. Okay, all you Chi-Feds fans listening at home, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch. And here comes the artillery for Brooklyn. Shaw, Evans, and Hoffman. Here's Shaw to start it off. Left-handed hitter to face Watson. Shaw, 1 for 2 with a walk. He's driven in a run, and he scored a run. Batter ready. Wilson ready to receive. Watson brings it to the plate. Hit to straightaway center field. Plenty of room. Quickland moves under it and takes it in. 1 down. 1 out, 7th inning. Now Evans to face Watson. Steve is 1 for 3. Evans is a guy who'll battle you to get on. Watson gets set to work on him. The pitch from Watson. Evans dribbles it toward third. Fritz will have to hurry. The snap throw to first. In time to retire Evans. 2 away. Hoffman's up. Hitting .278. Hoffman has been up 3 times with a hit and a walk. 1 RBI. Hoffman ready. Watson gets set to pitch. Now Watson comes home with it. Hoffman sends it in the air, deep right center field. Quickland after it. Flack goes over, and right fielder Flack chases it down. Side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and at the end of 7. Score knotted at 3. Marion will now face the Chi-Feds. Artillery, Flack, Drilling, and Wilson. Flack to lead it off for the Chi-Feds. He bats left-handed. Flack is 1 for 3. Marion wipes sweat from his hands. Does some landscaping on the mound. Flack steps up to the plate. Now, ready. Marion, foot on the rubber. The left-handed hitter, Drilling, on deck. Marion staring in, ready to work. He brings it home. Healthy cut by Flack. He's out on strikes. He's disgusted with himself. He had his pitch to hit, but he just didn't make it happen. 1 down. One away. Drilling gets set to bat against Marion, hitting third. Dutch has walked twice. He's 0 for 1. Drilling with dependable power. Drilling can beat out the ground ball. Drilling in the batter's box. Sets his cap. Turns his shoulder in. Leans in. Marion toes the rubber. McGraw urging on Drilling. The pitch. Batted slowly toward first. Myers feels it and feeds Marion coming over for the putout. Wilson the hit. 2 down. Wilson with dependable power. Arch has a walk and 3 times up. The batter stands in, straightens his shoulder. Waits for the pitch. Marion will go to work on him. The pitch. This one is straight up the chute between first and home. Myers wants it, and it's in his glove. 3 down. So the Chi-Feds go in order. Score even at 3. Cooper, Westersill, and Land due up for Brooklyn. Here's Cooper to lead it off. He hits from the left. Cooper 0 for 2 with a walk. Not a home run threat. Watson shakes out his arms. Claude at the plate. Waits. Watson sets up on the rubber again. Wilson set. The pitch. Cooper chops it toward Beck. He backs up and plays the big hop. He waves off Watson and takes it himself. 1 down. One gone. Brooklyn now sends Westersill to bat from the right. Tex has a walk and 3 times up. And he scored a run, hitting 154. Watson toes the rubber. Land the bat next. Left-handed Watson goes to the set position. The pitch. Line drive base hit to right. Westerzill rounds first, but Black wings it back into Farrell, and Westerzill will settle for a single. The go-ahead run has reached. Toward Brooklyn, one away. Westerzill down at first. Land the hit. In this game, he's 0 for 2, and he sacrificed once, hitting at .371. Watson wants to pin Westerzill to first. Land wipes his left sleeve across his forehead. Takes a quick glance at the scoreboard. Watson wipes sweat from his hands. Combs his hair with his hand. Land in the batter's box. Sets his cap. Waits for the pitch. Watson climbs the mound. The right-handed hitter, Gagnier, on deck, checks Westerzill on first. They're holding Westerzill, but he's well off the bag. Now he throws to first, and Westerzill gets back. Not his best move. Now Watson is back on the rubber. A toss over to first, and Westerzill steps back to the bag. Now Watson is back on the rubber. The offering from Watson. Hit like a bullet right between Fritz and Stanley. A clean single from Land. Thrilling is galloping for it. Westerzill around second. But the third base coach is on the job, and they hold Westerzill up as the throw comes in. Back-to-back single. The go-ahead run is now at second base. Okay, the action's on. Gagnier, the hit. Westerzill at second. Lands at first. One out. Ed does not get extra base hit. Ed has 3 RBIs this season. In this game, he's 0 for 2, and he gave himself up once. Real speed at second. The go-ahead run. Gagnier grips his right shoulder. Watson works the ball with his hand. Watson flaps his left arm. Gagnier steps up to the plate. Waits for the pitch. Watson is on the slab. Marion still has his jacket on. Wilson ready to receive. The runners take their lead. Watson kicks and deals. Another wide one. Oh, those bases on balls. That fills the bases. And that's 6 free tickets by Watson. Marion is scheduled to hit. We'll have to wait to see if he bats for himself. On the season, he's 1 for 5. Westerzill at third can tag and go. Dish him, and they take the lead. Marion at the plate. He's 1 for 3 here. Watson is on the slab. Jaw tightens as he gets a sign. Lefty against righty. The Chi-Feds are looking for the play at the plate. The runners take their lead. He brings it in. He squares. Here comes Westerzill. Bunted to the right side. Beck picks it up. Drops it, picks it up, and fires to first. Just in time, but the run scores. And the Tip-Tops break the tie and now lead 4-3. 8th inning. That's Marion's first run batted in of the season. Brooklyn now sends Myers to bat. The Tip-Tops have Land at third. Gagnier at second. 2 down. Myers hitless and 3 at-bats with a walk. Myers preparing himself. Hitches his pants. Watson bends for the rosin bag. Watson positions his mitt. Batter in the box. Now ready. Left-hander Watson ready. Land steps off third. Here's a pitch high and tight. The ump says ball 4. And Myers will get down to first. And that's the 7th walk issued by Watson. All right, we have Shaw coming up to hit. He bats left, hitting second. The Tip-Tops have 2 outs. The bases are loaded. Land, Gagnier, Myers around the diamond. Shaw is 1 for 3 with a walk, 1 RBI. And he scored a run. Shaw pulls at his sleeve. Watson shakes out his arms. The batter stands in, waits for the pitch. And here comes Chi-Feds manager McGraw. He's asking Watson for the ball. McGraw is bringing in Prendergast to face Shaw. he'll lose the platoon advantage. So Watson gets his innings. He pitched 7 2/3. The line on him, 4 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits. Walk 7. He fans 4. He's responsible for the runners. He can only lose it. The right-hander, Prendergast, enters this game with a 0 ERA. This is his second appearance. He's worked 2 innings. He's looking for 1 out. Shaw brushes his shirt, raises both arms above his head with a bat in between, looks back into the dugout. Prendergast shakes out his right arm. The Tip-Tops lead the Chi-Feds 4-3. Al at the plate, waits for the pitch. Prendergast climbs the mound. Pitcher Prendergast eyeing Shaw. Now he's ready. The runners take their lead. Prendergast brings it to the plate. It sails up and in. That's ball 4. And Shaw strolls down to first. That forces in a run. And the bases are still loaded. That'll give McGraw a few more gray hairs. And Shaw gets an easy RBI. It's now 5-3 ball game. Okay, folks, listen up. Bases full. 2 outs. We have Evans to bat for the Tip-Tops. He bats from the left side. Steve has a hit in 4 trips. Evans waiting for Prendergast. Prendergast put on the rubber. Next would be Hoffman. Solly is in the on-deck circle. Wilson ready to receive. The runners take their lead. He brings it in. Evans skies it to right center. Should be no trouble. Quickland drifts over and records the putout. That'll do it for Brooklyn. 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 3. They drive ahead. The score is 5-3 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Chi-Feds will have Beck, Farrell, and Fritz here in the 9th. Well, Beck will lead off the 9th. He'll wait for his pitch. Marion sets up on the rubber again. Farrell is trying to get loose in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Fly ball center field. Plenty of room. Evans is there and takes it in. 1 down. Well, 1 down. Farrell now walks out to bat, batting left against Marion. Batter set. Marion climbs the mound. Marion is ready to fire it in. He comes home. Farrell bats it on the ground to the right of second. Hoffman dives for it, but it scoots by him. Base hit. And Farrell is aboard with a single. For Chicago, Farrell down at first. 1 gone. Here's Fritz to hit for the Chi-Feds. Fritz knows what his team needs is a hit at the plate today. He's 0 for 2, and he gave himself up once. Marion climbs the mound. Next would be Stanley. Jim is in the on-deck circle. Marion gets set to work on him. Chi-Feds skipper McGraw walking down the bench, trying to stir up a little magic. McGraw is calling on the pine sitters. That's Walsh heading in to replace Fritz. So the lefty will face Marion, the right-hander. Walsh comes up to bat. Walsh not a threat for average to date. 3 for 7. Marion is on the slab, sets his grip with the ball out of sight. Stanley is trying to get loose in the on-deck circle. Checks Farrell on first. Marion cranks it up. Half swing by Walsh. The pitch was low. Did he hold up? No! Walsh will grab some pine. 2 away. Stanley up to hit for Chicago. 2 down. Runner on first. Jim 1 for 3. 2 ribbies. And he scored a run. Jim does not get extra base hits. The pressure's on Stanley to deliver the big hit. Stanley tucks in his shirt. Marion wipes sweat from his hands. Stanley in the batter's box. He digs in deep with his spikes. Waits. Marion is ready to fire it in. Here's a pitch from Marion. Hit deep. Evans takes 3 steps to his right. Backs. This should do it. He brings it down, and that's out number 3 and the game. And the Tip-Tops take it, spurred on by the disciplined leadership of Mac. The Chi-Feds leave the tying run at the plate. Marion has a solid hitter. He picks up a complete game. That's his first complete game of the season. Here's the line for the Tip-Tops. 5 runs on 6 hits. They committed 2 errors. They lead 10. For the Chi-Feds, 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and they lead 5. Marion gets his first win. His record now 1-1. Watson falls to 2-1. So the Tip-Tops gain a step. For the Tip-Tops, they're on a run, now with 5 straight wins. For the Tip-Tops, overall they now stand at 6-5. For the Chi-Feds, overall 7-3. In the next game, the Chi-Feds will have another try. And this game is in the books. Ernie Harwell and WAPBA leaving you from Brooklyn. Final score, Brooklyn Tip-Tops 5, Chicago Chi-Feds 3. Here we go again, sports fans. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to Kansas City Packers baseball. Here on WAPBA, you always have a front row seat. We're coming to you from out here at the park, where the Packers will host the visiting Baltimore Terrapins. Their record now, 2-7. Having lost 2 in a row. This is the first of a 4-game set. The Packers take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Packers. Stovall at first base. Kenworthy at second. Goodwin the shortstop. Herring at third. The outfield consists of Kruger in left field. Chadburn in center field. And Gilmore over in right. Easterly is behind the plate. And going today for Kansas City, Henning, who comes from the right side. This is Henning's first start of the season. No record yet. After 1 game, his ERA at 0. He will be facing Terrapins starter, left-hander Bailey. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Meyer leading it off. Benny came out of the gate strong. Now batting .359 in 41 trips to the plate. He has 3 RBIs. In the box now. Easterly ready to receive. He wheels and deals. That's high and deep by Meyer. Chadbourne is on the run. On the run. It's starting to tail away from him, and it drops in. Meyer is headed for second. He's at a second ahead of the throw. No one out. First inning, one on. We have Zend to bat for the Terrapins. A trusty bat. This is his second game to date. 0 for 4. Meyer at second can go to warp speed. Henning on the rubber, glances back at the runner. Henning looks back at Meyer on second. He's on with a leadoff double. The pitch comes in. Zend started to go round, but he checked his swing in time. He takes a walk to first, and that sets up the double play. That was Zend's first walk of the season. Walsh, the hit for the Terrapins. That's right. Runners at first and second. No one out. Hitting 441. 1 RBI for Kimmy this season. Batter Walsh. He's on a surge. He's collected a hit in 8 straight games. Henning is on the slab. Checks Meyer at second. The pitch comes in. Popped high to the left side. Herring moves toward the line. He camps under it. Infield fly called. And he brings it down. And the runners hold. Meyer on second. Zend on first. One away. Jacklish up. Batting in the fourth slot. Hitting at .387. Fred has driven home 5 runs for the season. Henning sets up on the rubber again. Checks the runners. The runners take their lead. Henning delivers. Wrapped back to the mound. Henning has it. Looks to second. No play. Fires to first. In time for the out. And the runners move up. 2 on. The top of the first inning. Duncan steps up to face Henning. He swings from the left side. Hitting at .143. Verne has driven home 2 runs for the season. Duncan now ready. Henning put on the rubber. Righty against lefty. Catcher ready. The runners take their lead. Henning winds up. Hard shot at Herring. He spears it. The throw across the diamond in time for the out. That's 3 away. That'll do it for Baltimore. No runs on 1 hit. 2 men left on base. So they failed to cash in on the 2 runners. Terrapins, nothing. Packers coming up. For the Terrapins, their record now 4-5. On the league leaderboards, they're third in batting average at .274. Third in slugging. The Terrapins take the field here in the first. Schendel has set his opening slate. Swasina at first base. Nabe at second. Doolin, the shortstop. Walsh at third. Across the outfield, in left, it's Meyer. In center, Zend. And over in right, Duncan. Jacklish is behind the plate. And today's slap man for Baltimore, the port-sided Bailey. Now this is Bailey's first start of the season. No record yet. After 1 game, his ERA at 1.42. When he's on, that strike zone gets awfully big. Here's Chadbourne to start it off. His bat pretty quiet. Now batting .244. Chadbourne steadies his bat. Bailey poised. He lets one go. It misses. Ball 4. And Chadbourne will get the base. Here's Easterly to hit for the Packers. Batting left. For Kansas City. Runner on first. No outs. So far at the plate, carrying a .400 average, he has 2 RBIs. He has walked once. Chadbourne at first has wings. Home. He will score. Duncan plays the carom, the throw to third. The relay, the slide, and he's Safe on a close play. Triple and an RBI for Easterly. And he jumps right up and claps his hands. So a run scores on Easterly's first triple, and the Packers go ahead by a run, 1-0 first inning, and Easterly now has 3 runs batted in on the season. One on, Kenworthy gets set to bat against Bailey. The switch hitter will bat right-handed here. Duke getting some hits, hitting .270. Duke waits. Bailey on the rubber. Pitcher Bailey eyeing Kenworthy. Now he's ready. Terrapins playing for the out at first. Easterly alert at third. He lets one go. Slashed into the hole. Nabe to his left. He has it. Nabe looks Easterly back. He flips to first. And they get him. One down. And Kenworthy doesn't get the job done. Stovall to hit for Kansas City. Easterly on at third, 1 away. George starting off well, hitting a solid .286. Bailey sets up on the rubber again. Jacklish ready to receive. Infield deep. Bailey looks Easterly back to third. He lets it go. Check swing. He went around. Strike 3. And he said something to the ump. Stovall drops his bat on the plate and walks away quietly. And Bailey is pumped. That's 2. And he gets a big strikeout with Easterly threatening on third. Herring now walks out to bat. The Packers have 2 outs. Easterly on at third. So far this season, he's hitting .303. He has 4 RBIs. He's walked 4 times in his 37 trips. Batter waits. Left-handed Bailey goes to the set position. Easterly into a little shuffle at third. The pitch. Grounded to short. Doolin dives. And he's got it. Spins, fires to first. Safe. The throw's off the bag. Easterly scores. Then they give Herring the hit. So the single drives in 1, and the Packers add to their lead. This ball game now 2-0. Next to bat for Kansas City is Kruger. The Packers have 2 down. Herring down at first. To date offensively, batting .182. He has 5 RBIs. He has not walked once. Bailey gets set to pitch. Big hole on the right side. Herring takes a good lead. Bailey rocks and fires. Hit to Meyer in deep left. He's chasing it down. He's at the warning track. And he makes the catch. And the side is retired. The half for the Packers. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. And they go ahead in the game. Terrapins down 2-0. Baltimore due up. Swasina, Doolin, and Nabe to bat next. Swasina leading off the second. Harry eager to get his bat working. Harry hitting .206. Swasina now ready. Easterly sets up. Here's the delivery. Swung on, poked to right. Base hit. Gilmore gets in front of it. Fields it cleanly. Swasina rounds first and holds. He's on with a single. Doolin getting ready to go. Some success so far, hitting .281. Now Henning ready. The delivery. And it's bounced in the dirt. It gets away from Easterly. Swasina moves into scoring position. And they score that a wild pitch. So Doolin steps back in. Henning gets set to pitch. Henning looks back at Swasina on second. Henning kicks and deals. Swung on. Slow roller beyond the mound. Goodwin charges in. He scoops it up. Fires to Stovall. One away. And Swasina moves to third. Here's the right-handed Nabe to take his swings. The Terrapins have one gone. Swasina down at third. Nabe needs to get on track, batting 194. Henning focuses in on the target. Infield deep. Swasina takes his lead at third. The pitch. Routine grounded to Goodwin. He declines the play at the plate. The throw to first. And he's gone. But the run scores. The Terrapins are on the board, cutting that lead in half. Bailey, bat in hand. On the season, he's 0 for 1. And walked once. Bailey, now ready. Henning looking in. The pitch. Bailey swings. It's a high bouncer to third. Herring gloves it. Sets. Long throw to first, and he gets him. 3 down. That'll do it for Baltimore. A run on 1 hit. They score, but still trail by 1 after 1.5. 2-1. Packers. Bailey will now face the bottom of the Packers lineup. Gilmore, Goodwin, and Henning coming up. Gilmore starts it for the Packers. First start for Gilmore, batting 188. Bailey looking home. The pitch. Hit to straightaway center field. It's playable. Zen moves under it and takes it in. 1 away. Goodwin is out to take his hacks. The Packers have 1 away. Base is empty. On the year, hitting at 200. He has 5 RBIs. He has walked once. Bailey is ready to fire it in. And a pitch. Ooh! Goodwin flails the air, but fails to make contact with the wall. He heads back to the bench. 2 down. Henning walking up the bat. Pete taking his first at bat of the season. Jacklish sets up. A little tapper up the line. Swasina charges, scoops it, and tags Henning. 3 away. Bailey sets them down in order. Packers over the Terrapins. 2-1. The Packers will face the top of the order here in the third. Meyer, Zen, and Walsh. Here's Meyer to start it off. Meyer ready. Henning looking home. Now the pitch. Grounded to second. He's there. Plenty of time. 1 away. Zen up to hit. Henning poised. Henning delivers. Gets a ground hugger to short. Goodwin gloves it and easily throws out Zen for out number 2. 2 gone. Third inning. Next up, Walsh. Walsh gets in there. Catcher Easterly sets his target. The pitch. Line to short, and he's got it. 3 away. For the Terrapins, 3 up, 3 down. Packers still leading by 1, and we'll go to the home half. We're at the head of the order for the Packers. Bailey will face Chadburn, Easterly, and Kenworthy. To get it going, Chadburn. He stands in. Jacklish ready to receive. He comes home. Over but low, and Chadbourne takes first. Easterly is the next hitter. Super speed down at first. Bailey will go to work on him. First baseman Swasina is on the bag. Chadbourne with a substantial lead. Here comes the pitch. And he walks him. Ted Moses down to first. And Chadbourne moves to second. And that's already the third walk issued by Bailey. Chadbourne at second. Easterly at first. No one out. The bottom of the third inning. Kenworthy gets set to face Bailey. The switch-hitting Duke will bat right. Bailey staring in, ready to work. The offering from Bailey. It's off his elbow. Kenworthy's in pain, but he seems to be okay. And he trots down to first. And the bases are loaded. Right-handed batter Stovall steps up to face Bailey. The Packers have no outs. Bases choked. Chadbourne, Easterly, Kenworthy around the diamond. On the season, Stovall has 5 runs batted in. Batter facing Bailey. Bailey sets up on the rubber again. Fingers the ball behind his back. Infield deep. The runners take their lead. Bailey winds up. He pulled the string. Strike 3 called. That's 1. And he leaves the bases loaded. And he gets the strikeout just when he needs it. But the threat is very much alive. Bases crowded. The bottom of the third inning. Right-handed batter Perring now walks out to bat. George has 5 RBIs this season. Perring waits. Bailey foot on the rubber. Infield back at double play depth. The runners take their lead. Bailey into his motion. Delivers. Bounced up the middle. This could be 2. Nabe fields it. Goes to second for 1. Back to first. Oh, double play. And they get out of the inning. The line for the Packers. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2. So the Packers fail to cash in on the 2 runners. After 3, it's still 2-1. Packers. For Baltimore, it'll be Jacklish, Duncan, and Swasina. To get it going, Jacklish. Easterly set. He brings it home. Jacklish hits a ground hugger towards second. Kenworthy picks it up and flips to first. Routine. 1 away. Now coming up, Duncan. Byrne waits. Henning focuses in on the target. The pitch. It's looped to right. Gilmore coming on, but he won't get it, and Duncan is on at first. Now coming up, Swasina. Swift-footed Duncan at first. Swasina waiting. Catcher ready. Here's the delivery. Grounded weakly to Goodwin. He charges. He's up with it. Looks at second. Pumps. He'll go to first. And that's the second out. Duncan moves up. All right, Doolin is stepping up to hit against Henning. 2 down. Duncan standing out at second for Baltimore. Duncan has the wheels at second. Easterly ready to receive. Duncan stretches his lead off second. Henning with the pitch. Lined hard to left. Base hit. Kruger is racing over. He cuts it off. Duncan is well around third. They're waving Duncan in, and he scores. Tie game. As the throw comes into second, Doolin holds it first for the single. So Doolin with a ribby single, and the Terrapins have tied this game. And Doolin now has 4 runs batted in on the season. Now at bat, Knabe. Henning comes set. Doolin 2 full strides off first. The pitch swung on. Strike. Doolin breaks for second. Easterly gets rid of it quickly. The play at second. Safe. Late throw. That's his second steal of the season. Knabe ready to take on Henning again. Henning looking in. Doolin edges a bit more off second. The pitch. Check swing. He held up and he walks. Setting up the force. Pitcher Bailey to hit. The Terrapins have 2 away. Doolin on second. Knabe on first. Bailey gets in there. Henning on the rubber. Checks Doolin at second. The runners take their lead. Here comes the pitch. Bailey turns the bat loose, but comes up empty. He's out of there. 3 away. For the Terrapins, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2. They had good chances for more, but they do tie it up. Score 2 all into 3 1/2. Kruger, Gilmore, and Goodwin due up for Kansas City. Kruger will get it started for the Packers. He swings from the right. Kruger settles himself in the box. Bailey staring in, ready to work. He cranks and fires. And he fans him. Kruger is gone. 1 away. Okay, the Packers have 1 out, none on. Now Gilmore to face Bailey, left side batter. Jacklish ready to receive. He brings it in. Routine grounder to second. He's up with it. He flips the Swasina, and they get him. Notch 2. Now Goodwin to face Bailey, left side batter. Bailey looking in at the target. Bailey winds and fires. Goodwin lunges at it. That's 3 away. So the Packers are retired in order. This game is 2 all after 4. We're at the head of the order for the Terrapins. Henning will face Meyer, Zen, and Walsh. Meyer will start it off here in the 5th. Meyer is 1 for 2. Benny ready. Henning gets set to pitch. The pitch. Meyer smashes one down the line. Herring grabs it near the bag. He wings a long throw to first and gets Meyer by a stride. 1 down. Now coming to bat for the Terrapins, Zen. Zen walked and made out once. Easterly ready to receive. The pitch. Swung on toward the gap. Gilmore races back. He stabs for it and makes the catch in the webbing. 2 gone. Two outs, 5th inning. Walsh is stepping up to hit against Henning. He's a right-handed batter, batting 3rd. Jimmy can do some damage. Walsh is 0 for 2. Henning prepared to work. Now he comes home with it. Upstairs, and Walsh isn't tempted. Ball number 4. And he takes his base. That was Walsh's first walk of the season. 2 gone, 5th inning, 1 on. Jacklish walks up. He bats right. Jacklish is hitless in 2 at-bats. Henning prepared to work. The pitch. Low and away. Walsh is running. Easterly fires it down. Out at second. That kills the go-ahead run. Side retired. For the Terrapins, no runs, no hits, no errors. So they do not tally. This game is even at 2 runs each after 4.5. The Packers will have Henning, Chadbourne, and Easterly here in the 5th. Here's Henning to start it off. Pete, ready. Left-hander, Bailey, ready. Bailey with the pitch. High and tight. The ump says ball 4. And Pete will get down to first. That was Henning's first walk of the season. Now coming up, Chadbourne. Chadbourne collected 2 free tickets and 2 trips, and he scored once. Henning at first is a speedster. Bailey climbs a mound. Bailey has a sign. Bailey looking in. First baseman Swasina ready for a throw from Bailey. He wheels and deals. Swung on. Chadbourne lashes one to right. Base hit. Henning round second. Duncan has it, and he drops it. Henning will make third, and Chadbourne will make second easily. The go-ahead run is now on third. Duncan picks up an error. Nobody out. 5th inning, 2 on. Easterly gets set to face Bailey. Now hitting at .417. He already has a triple in this game. He almost always puts the ball into play. Ted has driven home 3 runs for the season. Bailey climbs a mound. Bailey gets set to work on him. Terrapins playing for the out at first. Bailey looks Henning back to third. Bailey to the wind. Loop to left. Toward the gap. And Meyer cuts it off on the bounce. Henning scores easily. Packers lead. Chadbourne rounds third. The throw comes into Walsh, and they're holding Chadbourne at third. So the single drives in 1, and the Packers break the tie and now lead 3-2. 5th inning. That gives Easterly 4 RBI on the season. Runners at the corners, no outs. Kenworthy is out to take his hacks against Bailey. He'll bat right. Bailey does not want to groove it to Kenworthy. He puts the ball in play. Kenworthy in the box. Bailey looking in at the target. Infield back at double play depth. Chadbourne at third with his arms out, crouched, and now the pitch. And it nails him on the shoulder. Kenworthy's in pain, but he seems to be okay. And he trots down to first. And the bases are loaded. Bases loaded. The bottom of the 5th inning. Stovall is out to get his licks. He bats right. He's hitting .270. George has 5 RBIs this season. Stovall tucks in his shirt. Bailey shakes out his arms. Bailey works the ball with his hand. Stovall takes his place in the box. Quick look at the ump. Again focused on Bailey. Leans in. Bailey is on the slab. Now Bailey ready. Infield deep. The runners take their lead. Here he comes. Bounced up the middle. This could be 2. Nabe fields it. Goes to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. But the run scores. And Easterly moves to third. And the Packers now lead 4-2. 2 away. 5th inning. 1 on. Herring's up. Hitting .314. George waits. Jacklish set. Easterly takes his lead at third. Bailey now. A whiff. Then Easterly is stranded. 3 down for Bailey. Strikeout number 6. That'll do it for Kansas City. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 misadventure for the Terrapins. 1 left. And they go ahead in the game. After 5, 4-2, Packers. For Baltimore. Here in the 6th, Jacklish, Duncan, and Swasina. Jacklish to lead it off for the Terrapins. He hits from the right. Fred steps up. Catcher ready. He brings it in. He swings. It's a fly ball to the gap in right. Chadburn is racing over. So is Gilmore. It drops in for a hit, and he will make second easily. A double for Jacklish. No outs. 6th inning. 1 on. Duncan gets set to bat against Henning. Duncan 1 for 2, and he scored a run. Henning will go to work on him. He brings it in. It misses. Ball 4. And Duncan will get the base. And that sets up the double play. Two on, the top of the 6th inning. It's now Swasina, the bat. He swings from the right side. Hitting .222. He has a single already. Swasina pulls at his sleeve, tugs at his belt. Henning, foot on the rubber, checks the runners. Henning kicks and delivers. It's a shot to left center. Base hit. Kruger is racing over. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Jacklish is around third. Duncan is around second. They're waving Jacklish in. Jacklish scores. Duncan is headed for third. The coach is waving frantically. No, it's a bluff. He'll hold as the throw comes into second. The tying run is now at second base. So Swasina with a ribby single, and the Terrapins get 1 back, trimming the lead to 1. And these fans just inched forward in their seats. And Swasina now has 5 runs batted in on the season. Doolin up to hit. Runners at first and second. No outs. He already has a hit in this game. Now hitting at .294. Mickey has 4 RBIs this season. Henning on the rubber. Pitcher Henning eyeing Doolin. Now he's ready. Here's the delivery. Whack to center field. Base hit. Chadburn is over. Still after it. Duncan is around third. Swasina is around second. They're waving Duncan in. Swasina is headed for third. Duncan will score. Tie game. As the throw comes into Kenworthy, and Swasina gets into third. The go-ahead run is now on third. So the single drives in 1 big run. Here come the Terrapins. They get back the run and even the score, and Doolin now has 5 runs batted in on the season. 2 on, the top of the 6th inning. We have right-handed Nabe to bat for the Terrapins. Otto does not get extra base hits. He almost always puts the ball into play. Henning climbs a mound. Henning looking in at the target. The Packers are looking for the play at the plate. To the plate. Lined hard over second. Base hit. Chadburn is over. Swasina scores. Terrapins have the lead. He's up with it. Doolin is rounding second. The strong throw comes into Goodwin, and they're holding Doolin at second. So the single drives in 1 big run, and the Terrapins break the tie and now lead 5-4. 6th inning. And Nabe now has 4 runs batted in on the season. No outs. 6th inning. 2 on. Pitcher Bailey up. Henning is on the slab, cradles the ball in his glove, and waits. Checks Doolin at second. Infield playing in a few paces. Now the delivery. Just off the corner. A base on balls. Henning was trying to be a little too fine. That fills the bases for Henning. His 5th walk. Still no outs. Bases full. Doolin, Nabe, Bailey around the diamond. We have Meyer coming up to hit. He hits from the right. Benny is their leadoff man. He's hitting .357. Benny has driven home 3 runs for the season. He already has a double in this game. Meyer pulls at his sleeve, hitches his pants. Henning positions his mitt. Fiddle hitches out there. Benny stands in, leans in. Henning sets up on the rubber again. Righty against righty. Infield back at double play depth. The runners take their lead. Henning kicks and deals. Lined hard to right. Base hit. Gilmore is after it. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Doolin scores. Nabe is around third. Bailey is around second. They're waving Nabe in. They're holding Bailey at second. Here comes a throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And he's safe ahead of the throw. And Bailey holds it second. Meyer holds it first. So the single drives in 2, and the Terrapins now lead 7-4. Still no outs. Bailey at second. Meyer at first. The top of the 6th inning. Left-sided Zen will bat next for Baltimore. Zen walked once. He's 0 for 2. Right-hander Henning ready. Henning delivers. Softly hit to left. Goodwin is out. Kruger is racing in and takes it for the out. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. One away. Bailey at second. Meyer at first. Walsh will bat next for Baltimore. Jimmy walked once. He's 0 for 2. Henning looking in at the target. He lets one go. Lined hard over second. Base hit. Gilmore is after it, but he cuts it off. Bailey is around third. Meyer is around second. They're waving Bailey in. Meyer is headed for third. The throw home. Here's a play at the plate. And he's safe on a close play. The run scores. And Meyer moves to third. Walsh is on with a single. So Walsh with a ribby single, and the Terrapins add to their lead. It's now an 8-4 ball game. Walsh has now hit safely in 9 consecutive games. And that's the 10th base knock for the Terrapins in this game. Now coming to bat for the Terrapins, Jacklish. Jacklish 1 for 3, and he scored once. Batter ready. Easterly ready to receive. Packers playing for the double play. The pitch. Jacklish turns this ball around. It's soaring towards center. Chadburn turns and gives chase. The boarding house reach. Hits over his head. Off the base of the wall. Chadburn corrals the ball. Meyer scores. Walsh rounds third. They're waving him in. And he scores. Jacklish then standing with a double. So the double scores 2, and the Terrapins take a big lead, 10-4 over and out. Now coming up, Duncan. Right-hander Henning ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit. Down the line to right. Gilmore gallops for it. He has it. Jacklish rounds third. The throw comes into Stovall, and they're holding Jacklish at third. Byrne with his second hit in this game. Swasina up there. Batter ready. Right-hander Henning ready. Infield deep. Henning with the pitch. Wrapped back to the mound. Henning grabs it. He looks at third. Throws over to first. And gets him. And that's the second out. Duncan moves to second on the play. Doolin getting ready to go. Pitch of Henning set to go. The pitch comes in. Swung on toward the gap. Gilmore races in. He stabs for it and makes the catch in the webbing. The line for the Terrapins. 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They leave 2. They had good chances for more, but they have roared back to take the lead in this game after 5.5. 10-4 over and out. Terrapins. For Kansas City, here in the 6th, Kruger, Gilmore, and Goodwin. Leading off, Kruger. Carrying a 171 average. Catcher Jacklish sets his target. Bailey into his motion. Delivers, hit in the air to center. Zen takes 3 steps to his right, taps the glove. He has it. 1 down. Gilmore is the next hitter. Bailey poised. Bailey brings it. Gilmore slaps it on the ground toward right. This one has eyes. Right between Nabe and Quasina for a base hit. Gilmore couldn't have thrown it in a better spot. Goodwin comes up to bat. Bailey poised. Goodwin lofts an air ball to left. Meyer and Zen range over. Meyer says he'll take it, and just barely does. A little snow cone in his glove. Meyer is smiling now. 2 gone. And Gilmore returns to first. Henning coming up. Jacklish crouched down now. Here he comes. He waves at it. Strike 3. Side retired. That'll do it for Kansas City. No runs on 1 hit. 1 left. They had a chance but could not convert. Terrapins over the Packers. 10-4. Nabe, Bailey, and Meyer to bat next. Nabe will start the 7th. Easterly set. The pitch. Routine fly ball to right. Gilmore moves under it, taps the glove, and makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Bailey coming to the plate. Easterly sets up. Here's a pitch from Henning. He goes the other way. Blooper to left center. Toward the gap. Chadburn runs in on it. Goodwin is backing up. It drops in, and Bailey is on it first with a base hit. And that's his first hit this season. Meyer is now up. Right-handed Henning goes to the set position. He lets 1 go. Line toward short, just out of reach. Kruger is chasing it. Bailey is rounding second. Bailey stops at second as the throw comes in. A pair of singles for Baltimore. Third, safety for Meyer. Zen up there. Right-handed Henning goes to the set position. Henning kicks and delivers. Popped high to the right side. Kenworthy drifts back. Infield fly called. He's under it and makes the catch. And the runners hold. Walsh is now up. Right-hander Henning ready. The runners take their lead. Here's a pitch. Half swing. Strike 3. No, wait. The bat hit Easterly's mitt. The ump calls interference. Walsh is awarded first, and the bases are loaded. Score that an error on Easterly. The next Terrapins. Batter is Jacklish. Bases jammed. 2 outs. Jacklish waiting for Henning. Henning gets set to pitch. The runners take their lead. Henning over the offering. Jacklish swings and lifts it to center. A routine chance for Chadburn. And that's all for Jacklish. The line for the Terrapins. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error. They leave 3. After 6.5, Terrapins up by 6. Okay, all you Terrapins fans listening at home, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch. Top of the order here for Kansas City in the 7th. Chadbourne, Easterly, and Kenworthy. Leading off, Chadbourne. Now hitting at .262. Bailey prepares to come home. Now Bailey comes home with it. Chadbourne is called out on strikes. One away. Now coming to bat for the Packers, Easterly. Easterly can get on for you. Bailey will go to work on him. Bailey comes to him. Hit to straightaway center field. It's playable. Zen moves under it and takes it in. 2 down. Kenworthy is the next hitter. Bailey looking in at the target. The pitch from Bailey. Ripped to right center. Base hit. Zen is chasing it down. He'll have to hurry. Kenworthy is trying for 2. The throw. Safe at second. Stovall, bat in hand. Bailey poised. Bailey working on Kenworthy to hold him close. Bailey brings it. Swung on. Softly hit line to center. Here comes Zen. He makes the running catch. Steals a hit from Stovall. That's 3 away. The half for the Packers. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. They had a chance but could not convert. The score is still 10-4 over and out. Baltimore. As we go to the top of the 8th inning. For Baltimore, it'll be Duncan, Swasina, and Doolin. Duncan to lead it off. Pitcher Henning eyeing Duncan. Now he's ready. The pitch. Base hit right field, and Duncan is aboard with a single. Third, safety for Duncan. Swasina, bat in hand. Right-hander Henning, ready. Space on the right. Duncan leading off. Henning comes home, bounced up the middle. Goodwin is over. He stabs for it. He's got it. Flips to second. Not in time. And Swasina is on with a single. Third, safety for Swasina. Doolin, bat in hand. Pitcher Henning eyeing Doolin. Now he's ready. Henning rocks and fires. Doolin doesn't offer, and he draws a free pass. That fills the bases, and Henning is given up 6 free rides to first. For Baltimore, bases choked, no outs. Nabe up. He stands in. Henning prepared to work. Infield back at double play depth. Henning over the offering. Nabe whacks it into right field. Gilmore races over. He takes it on the bounce. Duncan scores. Swasina is rounding third. Doolin is around second. The throw comes into Stovall. Nabe is on at first for the single, and they're holding Swasina at third. So the single drives in 1. The carnage continues. The score now 11-4. 17th hit for the Terrapins. Pitcher Bailey up. Bases loaded. Bailey ready. Henning staring in, ready to work. Infield deep. The pitch, grounded sharply to third. He spears it. Long throw to first. And it gets by Stovall. 2 runs will score. Going first to third is Nabe, and Bailey will hold it first. That was the pitcher, Bailey, who got that started, helping his team. And the Terrapins add to their big lead, outpacing the Packers 13-4. Now at bat, Meyer. Henning set. Packers playing for the double play. The pitch, popped foul behind first. Kenworthy is over, waves off Stovall, and brings it down, and the runners hold. Zen is up next. Pitcher Henning set to go. Infield deep. The runners take their lead. Henning comes to the plate. Big swing, but he got under it. Left field is chasing down the ball, and he takes it in. Nabe is tagging. Nabe is headed home. Here comes the throw, and he's just safe under the tag. Zen picks up a sac fly and an RBI. Bailey retreats and holds first. The score now, 14-4. Now coming to bat for the Terrapins, Walsh. Right-hander Henning, ready. Now the delivery. And it's back to the screen. Easterly is chasing it down, but Bailey takes second. And they score that a pass ball. Quite right. Walsh back in the box. Henning gets set to pitch. The pitch. And Walsh is caught looking. Side retired. That'll do it for Baltimore. 4 runs on 3 hits. 1 miscue for the Packers. 1 left. So they add to their lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Terrapins ahead. Score 14-4. Herring, Kruger, and Gilmore to bat next. Herring starts it for the Packers. It will take divine intervention to save the Packers. Left-hander Bailey, ready. Here's the delivery. Hit in the air to center. Zen takes 3 steps to his right, taps the glove. He has it. 1 away. Now coming to bat for the Packers, Kruger. Jacklish sets up. Bailey winds up. Swing and a miss. Kruger goes down on strikes. 2 gone. 9 strikeouts for Bailey. Gilmore coming up. Batter up. Jacklish sets up. The pitch. A little tapper up the line. Swasina charges, scoops it, and tags Gilmore 3 away. No runs, no hits, no errors, and at the end of 8, the score still 14-4. Packers trail. The Terrapins will have Jacklish, Duncan, and Swasina here in the 9th. Jacklish leading off the 9th. Right-hander Henning, ready. The pitch. Hit deep to right field. It's got plenty of carry. Is it fair or foul? Home run. It's long gone. Brad does it the short way. So Jacklish has his first homer of the season. The score now 15-4. And Jacklish now has 8 runs batted in on the season. 18 hit for the Terrapins. Now coming to bat for the Terrapins, Duncan. Batter ready. Henning looking home. He comes home. Grounded to the right side, wide of first. And it squirts by Stovall and on into right for a base hit. And Duncan has himself a single. Fourth, safety for Duncan. Swasina to face Henning. Swasina ready to bat. Easterly crouched down now. The offering to Swasina. Swung on, stroked solidly to left field. It drops in front of Kruger. He feels it. Duncan around second. He'll hold it second as the throw comes in. The Terrapins put two singles back-to-back. Fourth, safety for Swasina. 20th hit for the Terrapins. Doolin, bat in hand. Terrapins could always use a little insurance. And here comes Packers manager Mack. He's asking Henning for the ball. In from the bullpen is Tappan, the right-hander. So Henning gets his innings. He pitched 8. The line on him, 15 runs, 13 earned on 20 hits. A homer. Walk 6. He struck out 2. He's responsible for the runners. He can only lose it. For Tappan, this is his first appearance. He's a right-handed pitcher. Tappan takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. Tappan now set. The runners take their lead. Tappan delivers, chopping ground ball up the middle. Goodwin is over. Could be 2. Flips to Kenworthy at second. Over to first. Not in time. Duncan moves to third. Now at bat, Nabe. Tappan gets set to pitch. Packers playing for the double play. The runners take their lead. He comes home. Nabe jacks one to deep left. Kruger retreats. Short of the track. And he takes it in. Duncan is tagging. But they're holding him at third. Doolin retreats to first. Bailey getting ready to go. Tappan gets set to pitch. The pitch. Grounded sharply to third. Herring is over. Picks it up. Goes to first. And gets him. For the Terrapins, a run on 3 hits. They leave 2. So they extend their lead. The score now, 15-4. Packers trail. For Kansas City, here in the 9th, Goodwin, Tappan, and Chadbourne. Here's Goodwin to start it off. Left-hander Bailey, ready. The pitch comes in. The heater, it's in there. Strike 3, 1 down. Goodwin has now struck out 3 times. Tappan to face Bailey. Jacklish set. Bailey comes to the plate. Tappan is called out on strikes. 2 gone. That's his 11th strikeout of the game. And 1 out to go. Here comes Chadbourne to take his cuts. Catcher ready. Bailey winds up. 1 hop at a second. Over to first. And that does it. So it goes. The Packers lose. And the Terrapins take it. Bailey has a solid 6 hitter. He picks up a complete game. That's his first complete game of the season. Here's the line for the Terrapins. 15 runs on 20 hits, 1 error. They leave 12. For the Packers, 4 runs on 6 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they leave 6. Bailey gets his first win. His record now 1-0. Henning takes his first loss. His record now 0-1. So the Terrapins gain a step for the Terrapins. Overall, they now stand at 5-5. The Packers now with 3 losses in a row. In the next game, the Packers will have another try. That's it for this time. Until next time, Ernie Harwell and WAPBA leaving you from Kansas City. Terrapins take this one from the Packers, 15-4.